So what do you say for those women and those people? First, it would be a two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
The women that sit there and say, I'm too old, or, I have kids, I can't do that anymore, or, my time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that there's an age limit in
For
the business for acting?
Absolutely not. Because when you're not playing the hot young thing anymore, then you're going to play moms. And when you're not playing the moms anymore, you're going to play the crazy aunts, or you're going to play the grandma. There's roles for every age. And you may go, oh yeah, but there's less roles for older people. Well, yeah, there's less roles, but there's also then less competition, because then people are ousting themselves. They're saying no to themselves. They're saying, I'm too old, it's too late. I just think if it's for you, you will find work. And you can also create your own work.
What do you feel though about, because obviously, as I said, the industry has changed, and
Yeah.
now when we started, it was more about talent, obviously, and now in the social media game, it's more about likes and followers
Yeah.
that make these casting decisions in a lot of these projects. What is your opinion on that?
That started, for me, I started noticing that 5 or 6 years ago when I would go to submit for an acting role. It would be describing me perfectly, and I'd be about to hit submit, and it would say, but you must have 50,000 followers. I'm like, what? This is so unfair. I would see that all the time, and I would get so angry. I was like, this isn't fair. And I just started getting so disillusioned by it. I guess it doesn't matter if you can act anymore. I guess it's all how many people like your pouty duck lips and your beanie nose. And then, so I just was so annoyed that that's probably one of the things that started to make me, I think I'm going to pivot out of this acting thing, because clearly it doesn't have to do with your talent anymore. So I think that was one of the things that would turn off. I've never, and now I actually have 50,000 followers, but I don't think it's ever gotten me any work. So I don't know. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. It's kind of annoying. Then you watch the movie, and the movie's not that great. It's just that, oh, well, they thought this person had a following, so all these people went to see it, but it's not the best piece of work. So I think it's just a big compromise for filmmakers to choose someone with less talent because they have more followers. If they believed in their project and good to begin with, they wouldn't have to count on just having the people you cast in it to have their friends and family come see it. Because if it's a good movie, it's a good movie, and the word will be spread. So I don't know. I think you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you do that, but what do I know?
Well, I mean, obviously, as I said, and for you, it's a loaded question, because, where you have the Dhar Mann series that's, seen by millions and millions of followers through his account, that's obviously helped plateau the other actors and, yourself that have been on the show to be now seen and recognized and followed.
Yeah.
There's a flip side if you're putting out when I say, if you're putting out proper material, proper stuff, then that's a good thing for a selling point. I don't think it should be the focal point of somebody getting a job, because again, when I watch some of the actors who have been on your series that you guys have worked with, everybody seems to be able to play. There was this one guy, I don't remember his name. He was a bald guy and light-skinned guy. He's got a goatee, and he was always the asshole to, in a relationship. He was always just a douche.
Yeah.
And he played it so well that I'm like, you want to start hitting the screen, going I want to punch this guy out. But I've always said, it's when you're able to bring out that realness and that emotion, you're doing your job so well. You know, and that's why I even say with you, like, you know, there's been so many other dynamics of characters on the show who all seem to sort of own in their niche, and that's why, like, whenever I see them, I'm like, okay, she's either dying today, like we're gonna do a storyline where she's probably gonna be dying, or she's gonna be getting mistreated, or she's going to be like a boss, you know. So, like, for you, what do you ever have a say in the episodes that you decide to take on? And two, how did you guys know you all have this chemistry?
Um, so when I say yes or no, it's I don't even see the script. They don't even let you see the script until you've said yes. So that's
Wow. Okay.
in Hollywood. You look at the script, you say yes or no. This is like, are you available this date? No. Okay, then you don't see the script. Are you available this date? Yes. Okay, then you get to see the script. So that's never. It's kind of different. It's the only people I would do that for. I don't say yes to things I haven't read, because that's just, you may end up in. I've ended up in some crazy things. Um, so that I would definitely say no to now that I said yes to early on. Chemistry. I think that I think I think the I don't know what the behind the scenes working of it is, but if someone isn't vibing with the cast, I've noticed that I don't see those people come back, or they'll get like maybe one or two times and then you don't see them anymore. So Starman is there. That crew is all about working with people that are just great people, nice people, chill people, kind, considerate. I think they would. I can't speak for them, but I think that from what I've witnessed, they're more interested in, are you a good person and can we spend 12 hours on set with you? Who's the best? Are you the next Denzel Washington or Meryl Streep? They care less about your acting skills and more about your personality skills from what I've seen.
No, I mean, honestly, I've it to me, like, there's all I can say is that, you know what, like, for myself, like, it's a project that I would have loved to be a part of, like, because I love what you guys do and how you tell those stories and how you make those differences in such a. I mean, because not words, this is a long feature film, but it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you guys are hitting points that are so relevant in the world. And I think that it's, you know, as great as the writing is, it wouldn't come off as good if it wasn't for the individuals that have been casted playing these specific characters and owning these characters and becoming, you know, because again, like, it's so many people I know, like they who watched the series and told me, like, you know, for example, the guy who played Carl, who died.
Yeah.
Like, he was always just loving, like, he's a guy you want to just hang out with and just, like, shoot the shit with and stuff like that. So, like, for you, obviously, I mean, that was such a tragic loss. For people
Yeah.
that, you know, that were fans of him, what was your fondest memory of him that you could, you know, you have with him?
Well, I mean, he was just always a joy to be around. He was always concerned about everybody else. He always wanted to make sure everybody else was good and was taken care of. And to be honest with you, he was my first exposure to Darman, because the very first project I was ever cast in, I was the antagonist and he was the protagonist. He was my first ever cast opposite of on Darman series. So that memory alone of my very first project was with Carl. But yeah, he just wore his heart on his sleeve, and he was so caring and kind and passionate to everyone. I don't know, he just embodied all the best things you would want in someone you knew.
If you could sum him up in a few words for people that, you know him and only obviously became a fan of him, and you knowing him personally, what words would you sum him up in his, if you were to, speak at his funeral or eulogy and describe him to define him, his legacy?
I would say he was kind, caring, compassionate, considerate, a giver. A giver, more concerned with those around him and their well-being than he was with himself and making sure he got what he needed. He would give you his lunch even if he was starving. I think it's hard to encapsulate. And I've only hung out with him once outside of Starman, but you could just see like the way he cared for his wife, how he just, I don't know, he was just amazing in every regard.
What would you say for yourself has been the greatest joy you've had being a part of this series?
But it's interesting. When people used to ask me before Darman, when they would say, "What does your ideal career look like? What would you want to be? What would be the ideal like?" And I said, I would always say, Garner's career. And she does these fun roles, but she was on Alias, and I said, if I could ever be on a show where I'm like playing a different. She was a spy, and each week she was like in disguise and a different person. And I feel like I've made that for myself because I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own. When they started asking me to come back, I was like, I'm not just going to play a different character. I'm going to look like a different character.
And you do it well, better than anybody on the series, though. And straight up.
Like, I just love how they put you in all those different wigs and disguises. Oh no, they don't do that. I just decided today I just want to be a redhead today. So deal with it. This is my. So I kind of created my own fun little Alias series, but in a family friendly. So. But
I think that's what to me made you stand out of all the other actors on the show, because I was always like, I've watched every other actor on the show, and they've pretty much played the same thing, throughout the entire thing. But you have never played anything the same twice. Like, it's always been different, a different approach, a different dynamic. So for yourself, like, what is when you get as you said, you only get the script when you see it. So what is your process? What is your how is your approach to approaching when you get that script?
Yeah. Well, when I get one that's kind of similar to something I've done before, I really try to pull it apart and say, what can I do differently? I think I've played Gold Diggers 3 different times, and I specifically did my best to make none of the Gold Diggers be alike. One can be just egotistical, snotty bee, but then the other has to have really, really deserves it. She's incensed that she can't have all the good things, all the wonderful things in life. And I just try to find what is different about this character, or what can I make different about this character so you don't get stuck in the rut. Oh, there she is playing that racist again. How can I bring a different spin on it? What can my mindset be? How can my past history of who I am that brought me to this point be different than all the other characters I played? And I think just trying to find the difference in what I look to do.
So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a question and answer here. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I want you to give your best answers to them. If you could learn the answer to one question about your future, what would be the question?
I guess I had two questions that popped into my mind. One was, is all this work going to pay off? Okay. these 16-hour days I've been putting in, is it all going to pay off? But then I thought on a deeper, more important level, a question about my future, I wonder, is my special needs son going to be okay? Is he going to be able to live on his own? Is he going to have a life happy, filled? Is he going to be at home the rest of his parents' life? Those are things I think about.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
You cut out there. Repeat that. You cut out.
Oh, sometimes I get a little down and I think, man, he's 13 years old and he doesn't know how to tie his shoes. He doesn't know certain things, but he's happy. And I need to be happy just with him being happy, even though the mom in me wants more for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily, those are some of the questions that I just go, is he going to be okay? That's something. Like, what happens when I die? Is he going to be okay? Who's going to take care of him?
Mm-hmm. Time freezes for everyone, but you for one day. What do you do?
Time freezes. What do I do in a day? I probably just do whatever I want. What would I do? Honestly, I would probably work. I would be working on my house and writing, and I would not be cleaning the house because nobody would care. I would just be drinking fruit smoothies all day, and
The grind never stops, man.
It sounds silly, but I'd probably just be writing all day.
What is something you're obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with working on my goals each and every day and trying to be a role model to those around me. Somebody is always watching you. I want to play full out. I want to live full out. I don't want to have excuses stop me, because then that's the example I'm setting, that you can let things stop you. So I think I'm obsessed about breaking through every barrier so that others can see they can break through their barriers.
When you're not working, not writing, not taking care of your kids, what is your favorite way to waste time?
Oh, man. I can't remember the last time I wasted time. I would say watching movies, I guess.
Okay. What is something that is popular now that annoys you?
Something that's popular now that annoys me. Wow. I think I already said this once. Those girls that pose with their lips like this.
The duck lips?
Instagram. Always, it's like people who are obsessed with how they look, and they're always trying to do these poses that are, and sometimes they're like past their prime, like they're my age, and they're trying to be all like sexy. Not that you can't be sexy at a certain age, but it's the people that are trying too hard. Just trying too hard. It's like, I feel so bad for them. Like, what do you, Botox wears off, and do you have any other skill sets besides posing for your social media?
Guys, welcome to another edition of Hot Topics, CelebTV.com. I'm your host, Teflon on the MIC. Don't forget, of course, tonight's Sunday service, joining us in the building, Katherine Norland from the Darman series. You can check us out, of course. If you missed the beginning of this episode and you want to watch it in full, please go to the link in the bio on this page. Make sure you hit the follow button on Hot Topics Celeb TV. Make sure you hit the follow button on my account at DTEFLON. Also follow Katherine Norland on her Instagram. You can check us out, of course, HotTopicsCelebTV.com. Hit the subscribe button when you get into the website, and you can watch other episodes of some of your favorite Hollywood actors and directors and producers in conversation. Of course, each and every Tuesday, it's Hot Topics After Dark, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, of course, each and every Thursday, 6 p.m., the Alliance Entertainment Indie Music Showcase, showcasing some of the top independent music artists from all around the world, each and every Thursday night on HotTopicCelebTV.com. And every Sunday, it's Sunday service in conversation with some of Hollywood's best actors, directors, producers, and most influential faces in entertainment. So next question I'm going to ask you is, when you are, because obviously you live a very, at times I'm sure life can be stressful. What do you do to get rid of stress?
I pray. And sometimes I do deep breathing, but that's how I push through it. I push PSA. I pray until stuff happens. That's the stress for me.
Guys, don't forget, if you have a question for Katherine, we will be answering it towards the end of this podcast. Please drop a comment in the comments below. Let me know as well, too, where you guys are from or watching today's episode from. Also, we're giving away contest giveaways. If you want to find out what you can win and how you can win, make sure you go to HotTopicCelebTV.com and follow the subscribe information on the website. What's for you, in my next question, 3 words best that describe you?
I thought of this the other day, and then I should have written it down. Dichotomy.
Okay.
Compassionate. Workaholic.
Where is the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Wow. You'd think these would be easy to answer. It sounds really lame if I say Florida, doesn't it?
No, listen, that's my home, so you can say that if you want. That's great.
That lame. Should I say someplace exotic?
It's your story. You tell me.
Yeah, last 2 years ago I went to Florida, and then I also went to the Bahamas, and I kind of liked Florida better.
Okay. So where is the most relaxing place you've ever been?
Most relaxing place I've ever been. I was in Ireland, and we rented this little cottage, and it was just so scenic.
Ireland's beautiful. I've been there. Yeah.
Window, and there would just be pastures of sheep, and I thought, man, if I had a place to get away and go right, this little cottage would be it.
What's a word or a saying from the past do you wish could come back?
A saying or a word from the past that I wish. I've never thought about anything like that. You ask some tough questions. A saying or a word.
From any era.
Yeah. I kind of liked the 40s, so kind of liked when the jazz people would be like, you cats want to come play. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. What was the last movie you watched?
Do the Right Thing.
Good movie. Do you prefer to watch movies in the comfort of your home or in a cinema?
I like watching at home.
What was the last funny video you saw?
Last funny video. Cats who are afraid of cucumbers. Apparently,
I haven't seen that video.
A cat, be scared of a cucumber.
For those that don't know, you're watching here now. What's a secret talent that you have that nobody knows?
Secret talent. Wow.
Something you're really good at that you haven't shared with anybody.
How about something I used to be good at?
Okay.
am anymore. I used to be really good at doing the limbo. I used to win a lot of limbo contests, going backwards under the broomstick.
Are you flexible?
I was, but that all changed 3 years ago when I had a C-section. Now I don't feel like I can bend over backwards anymore.
What song always puts you in a good mood?
What song always puts me in a good mood? Wow. Man, I should just like have answers like that. Don't worry, be happy.
Bobby McFerrin. Are there any songs you hear, and whenever you hear it, for the first, like when it doesn't matter what time, what day, what place, when you hear it, that brings a tear to your eye? Makes it really emotional.
Yeah, I would walk 500 miles.
Okay. Who was the first band or musician you were into growing up?
The first one who I had their like tape of that I can remember was Madonna.
Okay. What are the 3 best apps on your phone right now?
The 3 best apps. Well, I don't know if they're the best, but the ones I use the most are Waze to get around. And I just started using Chronometer. It like tracks your exercise and calories.
Okay.
And then I use File Mail a lot. It's just an app to send files, like send videos and stuff.
What's it called?
File Mail.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
An app mysteriously appears on your phone right now, and it does something amazing. What does it do?
Oh, wow. It populates my bank account with lots of zeros.
That's the best answer I think I've heard, literally, for that question. What is a fashion trend that you're really glad went away?
Oh my gosh, those nasty, hideous shoe boots that women were wearing.
Which ones are those?
Gladiator, but they were like sandals, like, I don't know, from the Roman times, and they would crisscross all the way up the leg and be open.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. What is the most comfortable piece of clothing that you own?
Comfortable piece of clothing. I did get a nice shirt that's comfy. It's like roomy, and I like the fabric. It's really soft.
How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Okay, this would be guessing. Say 85.
Wow. Okay. So for you, when you first, obviously, got your first big gig, whether it be Darman or another project, and when you got to Hollywood, what was the first most expensive, most ridiculous thing that you bought?
I don't think I ever did. I'm very thrifty.
So think of one thing that you have that you were like, you spent a lot of money on. You're like, I probably shouldn't have spent money on this.
Wow. That's a tough one. I could make something up, but I don't really.
Think of something in your house. Think of something in your house that you have that you're like, you look at it every day and you're like, I probably shouldn't have waste my money on this thing. Like I regret buying it.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have anything like that, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm not a splurger like that.
So you obviously being a beautiful woman, before you obviously got married, and even when you're after you get married, what's the funniest pickup line you've ever heard on you?
Oh, funniest. Wow. Remember it's I don't know if this is funny, but I've heard this one a couple times. Something about how you must be an angel because you fell from heaven, or something cheesy like that. Or
If you could, yeah, go ahead.
be tired because you've been running around my mind all day.
If you could call up anyone in the world right now, living or dead, and have a 1 hour conversation with, who would you call?
Probably my acting coach who died in April. I
I'm
felt
sorry.
he died. I felt like I can't even create anymore. I can't even act anymore. I remember a couple weeks after he died, I got this audition. I was like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this without my acting coach? So that's who I would probably have a conversation with. His name is Tim. This is my memorial of my acting coach, Tim. You can see.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So obviously we've all been locked up for months now.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the world's starting to open up again and people are starting to fly again, if you were to go on a flight today and you're traveling somewhere which was a 10-hour destination,
Uh-huh.
who would you most likely like to sit next to on a 10-hour flight and why?
Oh, okay. Wow. I've never thought of these things you're asking me. I've never my mind before. Probably Mike Murdoch. He's like an evangelist. He's got a church.
Okay.
He's written like 100 books, and he's the smartest person I've ever heard. His wisdom is like that of Solomon. He's just brilliant. I would want to pick his brain for 10 hours.
Who is your favorite entertainer, comedian, musician, and actor?
Musician, entertainer, comedian, and actor. Oh. I really like Charlize Theron's acting.
Okay.
Entertainer. I like Jim Carrey as an entertainer.
Okay.
Comedian. I like Michael J. I forget. Let's see. I remember his last name. He's a comedian formed times, and I'm blanking on his last name. Michael B. or Michael J.
Okay.
Musician. I like Herbie Mann.
Who?
Herbie Mann. He has several albums out playing the harmonica.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you know sports teams have mascots.
Uh-huh.
If you had a personal mascot, what would your mascot be?
Well, clearly it would have to be a husky. Husky.
Why a husky? Why a husky?
Because I'm told I look like one.
Okay. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing that someone told you that was unachievable that you want to achieve in life?
Oh. Someone told me it was unachievable, but that I still want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's directing a movie. I feel like it's directing a feature film.
Okay. What do you hope to achieve in your professional life with the time you have left?
I do have a lot of messages I want to get out. I have like 30 books I want to write. So that would be number one for me.
So I want to close up before we take in some questions. What 3 things right now are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my family, my rock, my support, my reason for doing what I do. I'm grateful to live in America. As messed up as it is, there's still a lot of freedoms we have that a lot of people don't have. And I can be grateful for it with all its issues. I can still be grateful for it. And I'm grateful for the mentors I've had all along the way that convinced me that I should go for my dreams and that I am fully capable of achieving them.
And what are you currently working on now? What's next for you? What's in the works for you right now?
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm in post-production with my online course that I have been working on for 3 years. It's called You Are Worthy, and it helps people who are dealing with self-worth and self-esteem issues to be able to see themselves and love themselves the way God, so they have the courage and the confidence to go after their dreams.
And anything in the pipes of where can people find your work? Where can they stay up to date with you?
Probably on Instagram here under Katherine Norland, because that's where I post about everything. I also have a link in my bio that it gives you the link to my YouTube, to my, I do post 4 or 5 brand new YouTube videos every week. So I'm putting out a lot of content on YouTube. That's probably.
And where can they find your YouTube? What's your YouTube channel under?
Katherine Norland. It's just,
okay.
Yeah.
So guys, we're going to take a few questions before we let Katherine go. So if you guys have a question, I'm going to link you guys. I'm going to send you an all you got to do is click accept, and you can jump on here and ask either myself or Katherine a question live directly. Okay, I'm randomly sending you whoever it is. You got to just click connect, and you can hop on here and you can ask us a question directly to Katherine. See if this person picks up.
Okay.
I think it's Cora. If you're on, Cora, you need to just click on the accept button, and we will let you into the room here.
Somebody is.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Mary.
Someone wants to know if they're allowed to ask a question in the chat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find them right now.
Oh, okay. I think that's a yes, people.
Boss, you can, if you want to ask, you got to send a request, and then I will accept you into the room. So send the request, hit the button on the very bottom there, and then you can drop it in, and you can ask your questions to Katherine directly live.
I'm not the only one who's not tech savvy here.
Okay, Christian, you're up, man. You got to accept live. Hopefully you will connect with us in the room here. What's up, man?
My God,
What's your name? What's your name and where are you from, man?
I'm Christian.
And where are you from, brother?
I'm from Orlando. I watch all Darman's videos, and she's my favorite actor. I've been trying to go on live with her for a long time.
So what's your question for Katherine? You got to pop up, but I can't see your face. I can't see your face. You got to stand up. There you go. What's your question?
I have no questions. I just wanted to say hi because I'm your biggest fan.
Nice to meet you, Christian.
Nice to meet you, too. Thank you.
All right, buddy. He was a cute guy. Well, guys, next I'm going to send somebody else. Nerdy Albert, you can send the thing here. Let's see if this person picks up. If you get this request, guys, you can send a question in, and I will accept you into the room.
So they can send you a request?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not picking up. So, guys, you got to send the request if you want to jump in here and ask a question. I will send you a request randomly, and you just got to accept.
Getting lots of hearts. Send your request and get on with us.
And this person didn't pick up either. So,
Okay.
There's Jessica. We'll see if she connects up into the room. Guys, don't forget, you can join us, of course, HotTopicCelebTV.com. There you are. What's your name, brother, and where are you from?
I'm from Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. And what's your name?
Jessica Lassler.
Jessica. What's your question?
A question for her. Have
Okay.
you been on Garman?
Yes, I've been in over 100 episodes.
What's your first episode?
My first episode was with Carl, Judy, and with Mare and Vin, and it was when I wouldn't let Carl into the elevator with me because I didn't like the way he was looking at my daughter.
How many, do you have kids?
I have 2 boys. One's age 3 and one's 13.
Have you ever been with Aiden?
I've played his mom several times in several episodes.
How is he?
How is he? He's a good kid. He's wonderful.
Does he
think he-
bully Does he bully people?
No, he's the sweetest, kindest kid you would ever meet. He recently, you'll see a video coming out soon where he played a bully bullying Devin. He's not that great of a bully. He smiles too much.
What's the next Garman video?
You know what? They come out Monday through Thursday, 4 days a week.
Do you know when they're gonna do a new one?
Every month. They'll do a new one tomorrow.
They are?
Okay, buddy. Thank you, man.
Thank you, bye.
Bye,
Take
Jessica.
care.
Hey there, it is Katherine Norland. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys think that this video would bless somebody else or that they need to hear it, please hit the share button. And there's a little bell button too where you can be notified whenever I have a video that comes out so you don't miss a thing. I appreciate you guys. Remember always, live true, love hard, shine bright.